I
Mhm.
told myself this weekend, my daughter, oldest daughter, has left now abroad, and I'm very sad. Like the build up is just was like, oh my god, feeling like Paula texted me. She goes, "Are you just I like texting like staring at her?" And I'm like, I feel like a creep, because I'm like trying to cram it all
Like,
in. Yes, but and I just wanted her to be okay, and she told me yesterday morning. She said she left yesterday. She's like, I don't want to leave, and you're crying. I want to go and do this happy and all that. And I really took that to heart because I was like, you know what? She's so brave and she's doing this. And I mean, on top of all the stuff that, I'm grateful that I could give her this opportunity. And it's something that I am going to use the words that I manifested for my daughter and for my,
mhm.
like, my life and where it's going and what's happening. It's here because I made it happen in whatever way. I got my own therapy done. I've done stuff. So I'm not holding on and feeling like you can't go live a life without me.
Yeah.
So like yesterday was a lot of that realization that I was like, I'm gonna go do the stuff I want to do, and I want to probably most of the time do it with Paula. And I have other people I want to do it with, and I'm gonna continue doing that because it's so important to me to
Mhm.
find that in me. So I'm seeing it in my children.
Yeah. Welcome to the Delulu Magic Podcast. I'm Paola,
And I'm Gabby.
and today we're talking a little bit more about joy and kind of our weekend. So we decided to do a staycation here in Houston because we have been crazy busy
Mm-hmm.
and our birthdays are coming up, and we usually do a yearly trip to go celebrate our birthdays and celebrate ourselves.
Yes.
But since we couldn't, we've had a lot of kids, seniors graduating,
Mm-hmm.
kids going off to college across to
Yeah, it's okay.
Europe. So we decided to do a staycation, and Gabby decided to go to the Thompson, which was phenomenal.
Yes, it
So you
was
want
great. It was great. Yeah, I'm grateful we got to plan
to?
something because we haven't been able to have time off. We've been doing this. This is also a joy, the podcast
For
being
sure.
together, and life has been very busy and thrown us off a little bit of our like scheduled time together.
Mm,
So I think I thought what better thing than to have 48 hours of uninterrupted fun time.
it was perfect.
And I booked the hotel. Like we recorded, came to the studio. We started out with like a great lunch, and there Paula
Little
found
drinks, little lunch,
it
little
was,
little
yeah, a little
fun.
conversation, and you talked to somebody that worked there. She clued us in about this makeup that we're both hooked on now. Then
Because if you see something you like, you gotta ask. And this girl had amazing skin. Her skin looked like glass, so it was like,
it was
yeah. And
beautiful.
she was so sweet, so
Yes,
it was
right
really
away
good.
she had all her products on her phone, and she's like, "Here, look, this is what it is." And we're like, "Okay, let's take notes because we're gonna do a little fun trip to Sephora." And we had just recorded about having joy in your life, and again being midlife. I think we forget how much we need it and how
Mhm.
fun it is to look for things you enjoy. And there's a lot of things you can do for free, and there's obviously things that you're gonna have to go and spend a little bit of your money that maybe you might spend on,
Mhm.
I don't know, things that are not gonna give you anything back
For sure.
for that for the what you're using your money for. So we went to the hotel and had actually that's where we started like having the most fun because we were at the hotel, and then we decided to have like a slight rerun marathon of The Office. Which I'm like, every time we're together in a hotel, we watch the most random things. Either we
We
watch
do.
trash TV, and that's like so fun, right? Because we're together, you get to feel like a girl again, like you're
Mhm.
young, and then
We eat like
yeah.
first thing we did was get
Oh
the
my gosh,
snacks.
I
Like you
forgot.
got to do
Yes,
the
yeah,
snack run,
yes, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
jalapeno chips,
Yes.
little all
Did
the
I get all the
candy,
candies, like all the
all the
bunch of
candy.
gummies, and then like a Coke Zero and a Sprite Zero? Because I was like, we need sodas.
Because usually we try not to eat like too bad,
Oh
but
no,
it
but
was so good.
yeah, it was. It was. You're right. The snack run is key.
It's essential.
It's
It's
essential.
number
If
one.
yeah, and if you can't go anywhere, I love that Paula said in a thing she said about to husbands or partners, hey, give your partner like at least a night, or
Yeah.
you mentioned it, give them so they can recharge if they're feeling burnt out because you need that.
For sure. I think even if you can't, right, you can't go get a hotel
Yeah.
or whatever, like it's too crazy. I think that needs to be like a thing or a trend
Yeah.
that we start
Yes.
somehow as women. Like where men, maybe one time, one weekend out of the year, one night of the year, like plans, hey, I'm
Oh,
gonna,
quarterly.
oh my, quarterly would be ideal. I think to replenish. I
Yes.
know I always feel so full and just like I walk
Yeah.
in just a better state. I'm like, hey guys, oh, what do you need? Versus, when you're just so depleted because you're tired, because you're
Mhm.
giving, you're not sometimes as happy,
And you're
what
doing,
you're
you're
walking
doing,
in.
and you're doing, and you're doing like all the roles, right? Whether it's work and personal or whatever stuff you've got
Mm,
going on. And we talked about all the roles we have right now in life at this stage. So getting away from that is kind of gives you a, kind of centers you again that it's like, okay,
yeah.
I'm still, for me, it feels like I'm still there. Like I could, laugh and not be worried about a million other little things.
It's like feeling like carefree. And I think that's definitely what this weekend brought was, and every time that we're together,
Mm-hmm.
but we just
Yeah.
haven't done a weekend, I
Yeah.
think, in a little while. It's like that being carefree spirit that I remember when we were like 14. And I was looking
Mm-hmm.
at some photos from before, and we'd be doing, singing to each other. One of us is on the floor singing to the other one,
Yeah.
just kind of, you're just crazy and you don't care what people think. Um, and it's just nice to be able to just be completely yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't always get to do that because you're so worried again about, yeah, all the roles that nobody told us we had to do, but you always feel like that responsibility.
Let you put the order that they come in.
Yeah,
So you come almost like last. So having
dead last.
going into adding joy to your life, it's very important to get it on the books, make it happen. She mentioned our birthdays. Our birthdays are exactly 2 weeks apart to the day. And so the previous years we've had like amazing trips, and those have been, memories for a lifetime. And finding that we could do that here at home,
Mhm.
was really a cool thing, right? Because it felt like we got to be disconnected, but we
Yeah.
were like right down the street.
And also find new things to
Yes, in
we
our
live in
city, and
Houston,
yes,
and it was pretty cool. I
it
was like,
was
okay,
very
I live in the
cool.
burbs, so I don't get into the
Into the
city as
city.
much.
Well, even for myself, I don't do as much as what we did. We went
Mhm.
downtown for coffee and like
And
breakfast.
some, yeah, walking around.
Yes, and that was a lot of fun. That was, I mean, I really think about it, that how much that cracked us up. And then, of course, driving around together and just playing all kinds of music and singing in the car,
Yes.
that's it.
Gabby got to see my like guitar skills, which
We talked
got
about that. That's what
my
we
guitar
talked about, the things we want to do. So that we're gonna add that today to our topic about things we want to do and start actually doing them for the fun of it, right? For the
hmm
just for the whole purpose of that's something that I'm interested in. It's fun.
Yeah.
So you want to tell us a few of the ones
For me,
that you're interested that you found maybe during our staycation, because we always have these deep conversations, and it's, what, I'm gonna be very truthful. I always find it funny that we have been together for a long time, over 3 decades. And we could still be together for 48 hours and find like these conversations. I'm like, I didn't know that about you,
yeah,
or vice versa.
for sure.
Like, that is amazing, to be with another human for that long and you think nobody ever knows you, but it's
Mhm.
it's the cool thing.
And we don't
Yeah.
run out of things to talk about.
Yes.
It's awesome. Like having just female friendship is just so amazing. It's like
It is, yeah, vital to your survival.
so one of the funny things, and I think I just do it, or now I've just done it because it makes me crack up. So I'm not that athletic. I talk about like, when people talk about, we are just talking about with our social media manager, like the runner's high. I have never gotten that
Mm-mm.
whole like, oh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna go
Yeah.
work out because I feel really great after. I
Yeah.
do it just because, okay, it's important for your body. But one day we were doing a video
Yeah.
and I decided to jump, like do this
Yeah.
jump at the end, which I
Yes.
thought I was like jumping really high. But then when you look at the video, it's like so little. And my kids laugh because, again, same thing. I'll do pictures with them. I'm like, oh, let's jump as a family. And I'm always like this much off the ground and they're like way higher. So, yeah, when we were out, like, get some pictures of me trying to
Yes.
jump. We went, so that's like my new thing. And I'm going to see over the year how I progress.
I think,
Let's see
but
how.
you've already progressed a
Maybe I
lot.
might grow a little bit
You
too.
might grow, and you're gonna stretch. I find
I'm
like your
gonna
body,
stretch.
but it just to see like your face lights up, right?
Oh,
Like when you're doing it, because the simple fact that you just said it cracks me up. So
it's so funny.
you don't realize how much you need cracking up or laughter. Laughing is like, to me,
It's medicine.
yes, it is medicine. There's nothing I love more than just laughing, right? I can laugh about a lot of stuff, but see
And
that
then
you
when
have an
was like the
activity.
last time when you actually think, when was the last time that you laughed like so hard that you like almost cry? When we're younger, I think that happens
All the time.
all the time,
Yeah.
right? And as you get older, we just get more serious, and we just take life way too
Neurotic.
seriously.
Like neurotic and like an old person. It's just like,
Hmm.
anxiety. And I'm not, that's not funny. Like everything is, again, we're insulted about
Yeah.
everything. Now I'm like, yeah, I don't care.
This.
We didn't care the whole weekend. Not that we did anything inappropriate, but like we went to dinner with friends and then we stayed
Yeah.
and had like a glass of champagne and sat and there was like, was it jazz? What was playing the music?
I don't even remember, but I think it was like jazz. Yeah.
But I felt like I was in the 90s because I was
Blues.
smoking and I just loved it. That to me reminds me of my youth, I don't do it often. My kids now know that I smoke randomly, if I travel. Don't get me in New York on a cold day cuz then I'll be like, "Give
You're
me
like,
cigarettes." But it's not part of my life. So that was
you're like, who am I?
yeah, but it's like I felt like, oh, this is Gabby. Like this is me that I get to just be in my own self, and I can have my little cigarette with my champagne with my
Hmm.
best friend, and
Hmm.
I don't even know what conversations we were having, but we found ourselves very funny.
We
And
do. Yeah, it's very
it was
entertaining.
delightful. It's delightful, but we were in bed by 10:30, so
Yeah,
not
so it is a
here.
little different than back in the day. Yeah, we're like,
We're
should
not
we
trying
go
to go to
home
the
or
3 after parties and find the rest of whatever that we didn't need to be doing. So
no? We woke up early.
yes,
It's like
we
it.
woke up early,
Gabby
went
always wakes up early even when we're on
when we
vacation.
were young, but now I can kind of sleep in. But no, so we didn't, and we had a full day on Saturday. A full. What else did we do after
The other
breakfast?
thing, which I think
Yeah.
I've realized, and I am not a plant person. I'm not a
Oh,
gardener.
but
I
that was.
kill everything.
Uh
Like
huh.
nothing really survives. But I realized how much, and that's just been like within the last month. It's been really weird. I went to someone's house and I was like, oh, there's all these beautiful plants, and I'm like touching them, and I'm like taking photos. I'm like, I
Yes.
want something like this
Yes.
in the house.
Yeah.
I have zero, like I have maybe one plant
But
next to
no,
the
no,
sink,
don't say
so I
that
could just
anymore.
like put it.
Remember? Don't
No, I
put
know,
those words
and
like
they
that
love me.
anymore.
They love
I
no.
love plants and they love me.
And we went to this cute little store and amazing plants. I actually want to go back and
Me too. We got
learn
to go
about
back. We
them.
got to take the momager.
Yes.
It's the most beautiful store. Oh my gosh. I was in heaven, same because I'm terrified of plants, but it was so soothing. It was so
Also, you
soothing.
know what? Part of me is I feel like I'm sure they could survive, but I just feel like it's another thing
To add?
to take care of. And I think that's what's been holding me back. But
Yeah.
probably I could learn about them and just find something that's low maintenance that
Yeah.
still brings me
Maybe you
joy.
could start with that. I thought, yeah, I saw yesterday. Had a very busy weekend, but I had to do laughter therapy for myself. I called it. I took to the bed and made myself watch things that just cracked me up. And then I watched some stuff a little bit that it was talking about how we always feel like we have to add more things. And
Mhm.
we don't do the things because we're like it's gonna add. So maybe you just start kind of small,
Yeah.
like the micro stuff, like your little plant will be your little micro joy because it's just one, and from there you just take it all. Because I
Yeah.
feel like we're both like all or nothing. Like I'm gonna go all in. I told you, like I'm very interested in starting a very serious new hobby, and it's needlepoint. And I have signed up for a
Love it.
class, for a beginner class, because I never want to be a beginner. Always like I need to go in and be like, I know how to do this. I don't want to be embarrassed. But I told myself I'm going to a place that probably everybody's gonna be like I'm gonna be the oldest senior citizen in there.
With all the kids, you'd
Yeah.
be like,
But
look at mine.
I'm still going because
I
I
love it.
told
Yes.
myself, my birthday's this weekend. And I told myself I was like, I want to do something the next 3 months, the one till the year ends. That's just for me. That's just for the sake of the fun of it.
Mhm.
If I enjoy it, if not, we still need to go do your parkour because I think you might get really good at jumping.
Be out on the
Urban-
trampoline.
We
I wish I
are.
would have taken gymnastics. I think
told
when
you
I
we
was
could do
little,
it.
well, one, my parents couldn't really afford to put
Yes.
me in a lot. But I do remember being in ballet, and I remember getting out because I didn't feel like I fit in. I was
Yeah.
a little plumper than the other kids. But it didn't, right, they didn't look like me, and I just felt like
You couldn't.
odd.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. I
Mhm.
could have stuck it out.
Yeah.
But now as an adult, I'm like, I don't care. I don't
You
care
can
if
try it. I have a friend that went and she actually
like adult gymnastics.
she did no, she did
Tumbling with kids.
adult ballet, and then she says
I don't
she
do
was not
ballet.
made for that life. But
No, I
she
don't
does.
want to do ballet.
She does tap. She does tap, and she loves it.
And I want to
She's
do like
50.
hip hop. I don't know why I did that one. I don't know what that was.
Because I think
I can
still
dance.
do it. I think
won't.
we have it. I suggested musical theater, like dancing. Like there's so many things that I'm finding now, and I'm
Mhm.
okay with it. I don't know if getting to the stage in my life, my age, that I'm like I don't want to go try this stuff. I want to do it for the sake of going to do it because I
Mhm.
realized with us having this past weekend that I was like, how fun is it just to go do stuff for the fun. We
Yeah.
went to the art house.
Yeah, the art. It
Yeah,
was
which
cool.
is like a show. Like what is it called? What kind of imaging is it? Not a museum, but you kind of just
It's kind of like 3D virtual, like
yeah.
yeah.
It's got very cool thing, and we got our little hand heart down. So
Hmm.
we're very proud of ourselves for that.
It was really really cool. It was fun. It was like a nice experience. You have drinks. You start off at the beginning with drinks,
Oh, we had drinks. Yeah.
um, and then of course trying to get content there. And I think that's the other thing that's been
Yeah.
fun, or this, because Gabby and I are so, we've never been like, we haven't really been into social media
Mhm.
before. Like, oh, let's get content,
Yeah.
or let's get a lot of videos, or let's get
Yeah.
a lot of photos to post. So I think it's funny to show to see that side of
Our
it, and almost like
personalities.
not care, like, okay, usually we don't want to be an inconvenience, and oh
Yeah.
god, like people are gonna look at us. And I think this year we've been more like, it doesn't matter if
It
people
doesn't.
look,
It
doesn't,
doesn't.
and who cares what they say, if they like it, if they don't like it. It just matters if you like it and if it brings you joy.
Mm-hmm.
So
And that's brought
that's my
it
new
brings it,
motto.
that is a good motto, and I we live it. We live it entirely. You would have never known previously to 2025 that us we would be up here talking, and doing all of our content. We have a whole album of content.
With our song, our new favorite song.
Oh
You guys
my
will see
gosh,
soon.
that one is that was so fun too. Like yeah, the ADHD. We talked about this. I think, or people that have it know about the hyper focus, and then if you find something and it's just you go all in, and music will do that. I It will come and live in your head for like a random time or forever. And Paula and I had a song that I played it once and I think it just stuck and it kept going and going and going. And I right now I'm thinking about it as
I
I'm
know.
speaking about it, right? Because it's just that
So good.
catchy. So that had a lot of joy in it. Music,
Hmm.
eating good meals. We did, oh my God, we did the pool. You forgot we got to do pool time.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah,
It was
we
so
sat
freaking hot.
upstairs and it was very hot. We only made it for 40 minutes because we were getting very brown because I decided to buy baby oil for us because we're 90s children, and it was for the sake of
But at least it had some SPF, guys, not just straight baby oil.
we
It's
did
like,
not burn all the way. You can tell we're not totally burnt, but we made it only like 40 minutes and
yeah,
we're like, we have to
I
go.
ain't in the pool. I'm about to.
It's too much. Yeah, Houston is hot.
Hmm.
What did we have for dinner? I can't remember. We ate
Oh,
good
we
food. Oh,
ordered. We
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 watched The
struggled a lot, so we
Hangover.
were like, wait, do we? Yeah, we watched, like, we binged like two of the Hangovers. This is what we watched. We were right across from was it is it the Bayou, right? It's like
Allen
Morris Park,
Parkway,
Allen
Allen
Parkway.
Parkway. Yeah, yeah.
So we were like, oh, let's either go to dinner downstairs. Then we started looking at each
Oh,
other. I'm like, or we could do DoorDash.
let's put our
Then we
roots.
decided we're gonna do DoorDash, and then let's go take the food and do a picnic out there. But then we got down there and we're
To
like,
pick it
oh,
up
it's getting kind of dark. So we just got DoorDash and ate
with our
in our
robes.
room. But I put a candle on.
You did.
We set the mood,
Uh huh.
and then we watched some
And we
Hangover.
watched The Hangover and we cracked up and then we got in our jammies and finished the movie and went to sleep.
Yeah,
It
it was
was
pretty nice. It was like the perfect weekend.
and no, and we finished it up on Sunday, got up, and then we went for a walk.
Mm-hmm.
We did like
That was nice.
35, 40 minutes and saw,
I almost busted
sunrise.
my ass because I was trying to climb a
Oh,
tree
she
or trying.
proceeded to do her jumps, and that was a lot of fun and laughter. So I want to say that, try to find it in daily life. If you can't have on the weekends, go get out and go find some fun with friends, by yourself. I
Hmm.
told myself this weekend, my daughter, oldest daughter, has left now abroad, and I'm very sad. Like the buildup is just was like, oh my god, feeling like Paula texted me. She goes, "Are you just like texting, like staring at her?" And I'm like, I feel like a creep, because I'm like trying to cram it all
Like,
in. Yes, but and I just wanted her to be okay, and she told me yesterday morning. She said she left yesterday. She's like, I don't want to leave, and you're crying. I
mm,
want to go and do this happy and all that. And I really took that to heart because I was like, you know what? She's so brave and she's doing this. And I mean, on top of all the stuff that, I'm grateful that I could give her this opportunity. And it's something that I am going to use the words that I manifested for my daughter and for my,
mhm.
like, my life and where it's going and what's happening. It's here because I made it happen in whatever way. I got my own therapy done. I've done stuff. So I'm not holding on and feeling like you can't go live a life without me.
Yeah.
So like yesterday was a lot of that realization that I was like, I'm gonna go do the stuff I want to do, and I wanted probably most of the time to go with Paula. I have other people I want to do it with, and I'm gonna continue doing that because it's so important to me to
Mhm.
find that in me. So I'm seeing it in my children.
Yeah. You're
That
setting that example
yes,
for them.
yes, but for me too.
Yes.
Like I want to get to my 70s and be like, yes, I did my needlepoint, and look at your gift here,
Yeah.
and look at and you want to go with Paula because she's jumping all over the place, all over the world, and all the things that I think we all need to just bring into our lives to
Mhm.
have happiness and joy, and because the world can be so shitty and hard that we make the difference by having the laugh,
Yeah.
bringing it
We
in,
have to do it for
you know.
ourselves.
So
Yeah. No, and I mean, God,
yeah,
going off to college across,
yeah,
that's mine's just
yeah.
just started her senior year, and it was super hard. And I think because we get so caught up in the future, they're about to leave, or even right like a
Mm-hmm.
month ago, oh my
Yeah.
God, they're going to leave, or oh, and they were so little, and we
Mm-hmm.
could have spent more time. And so we're either thinking about the future, thinking about the
Mm-hmm.
past, and we're not sitting in the present and just enjoying them. And then yeah, it kind of that does like that's such a good point of she doesn't want you, or she doesn't want to leave, and you're like crying, like
Mm-hmm.
that's not a good feeling for
No.
them either. Then they
No.
feel guilty, and
Yes.
I as a parent don't want to impart that on the kids,
No.
like
Yeah.
you're not responsible for my feelings,
Mm-hmm.
right? I think
Mm-hmm.
for us
Yeah.
a lot of times we felt so responsible for everyone's feeling. As women,
Mm-hmm.
we're responsible for how you feel, how you don't feel, like did I do enough, did I not do
Mm-hmm.
enough.
Our guilt.
And yeah, and I think it's amazing that we can start breaking that
Mm-hmm.
now and start breaking those patterns for them so that they
Yeah.
can live like the best, most amazing life that they can. And then we come back and you can talk about it and she can talk
Yes.
about it. And
And
how
it is,
cool is
and
that?
it is like I love seeing it. My kids, I feel like led a very dual personality. Like I was mom, and then me was away from them, and now they're kind of seeing like me as my own individual and human through the podcast, through me going and making the content
Yeah.
and seeing all of this, and they're kind of like, oh, well,
You're a
she,
human too.
she you're a human too, and you like to have fun, and you love your friends, and you want to go laugh, and you want to do things, you want to go to concerts, you want to go activities, and there's no more. I mean, it's priceless to me.
Yeah.
So my joy comes from myself, and then because I want them to see that, hey, you can do multiple things and be okay. It's not
Mhm.
about sacrificing in any
Anything.
way.
Yeah.
Like you could be yourself and be a loving partner, a friend, a parent, son, daughter, whatever, all the roles you
Mhm.
need, but you can also have that built in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because if you sacrifice all the time, or if you continue, right when we tell ourselves
Yeah.
that story, which I think a lot of us
Mm-hmm.
do, oh, I'm sacrificing this for you, even though no one really asked us
Mm-hmm.
to, right? And
Yeah.
then you can get, kind of bitter.
Bitter and there's a lot of resentment.
Yeah.
You get to be really unpleasant because you're like, oh, well, you get to do it and I don't,
Hmm.
or it must be nice. Like that must be nice.
Yeah.
Those used to be my favorite words, guys.
She had it on a t-shirt. She's like, must be not enough. Just kidding.
Now I don't say that. Now I'm living in a state of, trying to be the best that I can for myself. And then it just shows with everybody else.
Hmm. And there's other really cool things. Again, not everything there's not a price for everything, but I saw downtown like running clubs, and there's all these different
Oh,
clubs that you could
Houston
join.
has so much right now. Houston is a thriving community.
And even just going out,
Yeah.
which is something I didn't used to do, and you just strike up a conversation, or always start like with a compliment. Like I've actually now started trying to like, where can I add value to somebody's
Mhm.
life? Like some just random person, right? Because
Yeah.
I feel like if you're of service, of value,
Mm.
so especially like women, I'm always now trying to like compliment them, and I try not to just like on their
Mhm.
looks or their appearance, but whatever it is. Oh,
Yeah.
what a beautiful smile. Like your hair looks great. And I feel like that just sets such a tone. And I feel like I'm just putting this energy out there.
Mm-hmm.
So striking up conversations with people. And I've made friends, which to me, like
Mm-hmm.
just
That's
random.
kudos to you.
Like,
Cheers
what?
to that.
Like, I want to talk to you. So I think there's so many different ways, yeah, that people can bring in joy. So that is a challenge, I think, for the rest of the year for some of the viewers to just find something that you can add for the next couple of months, just like you're
Mhm.
doing your
Yep.
needle point,
Yeah.
that you can, that might bring you a little bit of laughter, a little bit of fun, or just a little bit of joy, because it's about to be freaking crazy with the holidays, as
Yeah.
we all know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do all my shit early this year, y'all.
Yes.
Watch.
No, we're gonna prep this year. Actually, next week we're gonna talk about prepping for what's coming, because we warned you about this. You do not want to be angry again on December 24th.
Or
That
anxious,
you
yes.
that you took it all and nobody helped you and you had no joy.
Yes.
So we'll take you along for the ride for our prep.
That's right.
We have a lot of fun stuff coming up.
So go do something fun. Go do something you enjoy.
Yes. And stay to Lulu.
And make it happen. See you next time. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you.
Bye.